At the funeral, my sister whispered, she left everything to me. But then the lawyer froze. I, 30F, stood at my mother's funeral, watching my older sister, Clara, 34F, dab at her dry eyes with a tissue. The rain outside matched my mood perfectly. Gray, cold, and endless. My sister and I had never been close. Growing up, Clara always found ways to make my life harder. She'd break my toys and blame me. She'd steal my homework and turn it in as her own. She'd spread rumors about me at school, but this was different. This was the end of everything. As the priest finished his final prayer, Clara leaned over to me. Her breath was warm against my ear. She whispered 5 words that made my blood freeze. She left everything to me. I turned to stare at her. Clara's face wore a small, cold smile. Not the smile of someone grieving. The smile of someone who had won. The reading of the will was scheduled for the next morning. I arrived at the lawyer's office early. Clara was already there, sitting in the best chair. She wore an expensive new dress, black, but somehow it looked like a celebration outfit on her. Mr. Finch, our family lawyer, entered the room. He was a stern man in his 60s. His face showed no emotion as he sat down behind his large oak desk. He opened a folder and pulled out several documents. Clara leaned forward eagerly. I could see her hands trembling with excitement. Not grief. Excitement. Before we begin, Mr. Finch said, I want to express my condolences to both of you. Your mother was a remarkable woman. Clara nodded and forced out a fake sob. I just sat there, numb. Mr. Finch began reading the will. His voice was steady and professional. The first few items were small things. A set of china to our cousin Margaret, some books to the local library, a donation to the church where Mom had worshipped for 40 years. Each bequest was modest, but meaningful. Clara shifted in her seat impatiently. She didn't care about these small gifts. She was waiting for the main event. The house, the savings account, the investment portfolio, everything our mother had worked her whole life to build. Mr. Finch turned to a new page. His eyebrows rose slightly. He paused, looking from the document to Clara, then to me, then back to the document. Clara's smile grew wider. She thought this was it, her moment of total victory. The primary estate, Mr. Finch began slowly, consisting of the house at 42 Maple Street, all savings accounts, and the investment portfolio totaling approximately $800,000. Clara was practically bouncing in her seat now. Is hereby bequeathed in its entirety to the Safe Haven Animal Rescue Foundation. The words hung in the air like a bomb that had just exploded. Clara's face went from triumph to confusion to rage in less than 3 seconds. What? She screamed. That's impossible! That's not what she told me. She jumped up from her chair, knocking it backward. This is a mistake. A lie. Check. Again, Mr. Finch remained calm. He had probably seen reactions like this before. I assure you, Miss Clara, this document is legitimate. Your mother drafted this will 2 years ago. She added a final codicil 3 months ago, which I personally witnessed. Clara's face was turning purple. 3 months ago, but she promised me. She said I would get everything. I took care of her. I visited her every week. That was a lie, and we both knew it. Clara had visited Mom maybe twice in the last year. She was confused. She had dementia. This will can't be legal, Clara insisted. Mr. Finch shook his head. Your mother was of completely sound mind. I have documentation from her doctor confirming her mental capacity at the time of the codicil's creation. Clara spun around to face me. This is your doing. You turned her against me? You poisoned her mind. I hadn't said a word since we'd arrived. I was too shocked to speak. But now I found my voice. I didn't know about any of this, I said quietly. And it was true. My mom had never mentioned changing her will to me. Clara was pacing now, like a caged animal. Suddenly she stopped. A new look crossed her face. Desperation mixed with something else. Guilt. Fine, she spat. If the will says the money goes to some stupid animal charity, then fine. But I already have something. The music box. Mom's antique music box. I took it from her room a week before she died. It's worth at least $50,000. It's mine now. Possession is 9/10 of the law. My jaw dropped. She had stolen from our dying mother? Even for Clara, this was a new low. Mr. Finch, however, didn't look surprised. In fact, he almost looked pleased. "Ah, yes," he said, "the music box. Your mother suspected you might take it." Clara's defiant expression faltered. "What do you mean, suspected?" Mr. Finch pulled out a tablet from his desk drawer. "The music box you took, miss. Clara was not an antique. It was a reproduction your mother purchased online for $39. She bought it specifically to test your character." Clara's mouth opened and closed like a fish, gasping for air. That's not possible. It looked real. It looked old." Mr. Finch turned the tablet toward us. "Your mother installed a camera in her room 3 months ago. The same week she updated her will. She had concerns about your behavior, your intentions." He tapped the screen. A video began to play. The image was clear. It showed my mother's bedroom. Mom was in her bed, looking frail but alert. Clara entered the room. The audio was perfect. We could hear every word. "Mom," Clara said in the video, "you need to change your will. Leave everything to me. Mina doesn't deserve it. She never loved you like I do." My mother's voice was weak but clear. "Clara, dear, I've already made my decisions." Clara leaned over the bed. "No, Mom. You're going to change it. Or I'll make sure your last days are miserable. I'm the one with power of attorney, remember? I can move you to a state facility anytime I want." My mother closed her eyes. Clara seemed to take this as agreement. She walked to the dresser and picked up the music box. "I'm taking this now," she whispered, "as a down payment on what you owe me." The video continued. After Clara left, my mother opened her eyes. She looked directly at the camera. Her voice was stronger now, clear and determined. "Clara," she said, "Jayan, you have made your choice. You chose greed over love. You chose threats over compassion. I choose justice." The video ended. The room was silent, except for Clara's ragged breathing. She had collapsed back into her chair. Her face was white as paper. All her arrogance was gone. She looked small and pathetic. Mr. Finch put the tablet away. "Your mother left specific instructions. This video is to be turned over to the authorities. Theft from a vulnerable adult, elder abuse, attempted coercion. These are serious crimes, Miss Clara." "Please," Clara whispered. "Please don't. I was desperate. I have debts. I needed the money." Mr. Finch's expression didn't change. "Your mother anticipated you might say that. She left one additional instruction." He pulled out another document. "There is a sum of $25,000 set aside for you, Miss Clara. However, you may only receive it under one condition. You must publicly apologize for your actions at a family gathering, which will be recorded. You must admit to your theft and your attempted manipulation. You must also agree never to contest the will or contact Miss Mina again." Clara's humiliation was complete. She would have to admit her crimes to everyone. Our aunts, uncles, cousins, everyone would know what she had done. "As for you, Miss Mina," Mr. Finch continued, turning to me, "your mother left you something special." He handed me an envelope. Inside was a check for $50,000 and a letter. The letter was in Mom's handwriting. "My dearest Mina," it read, "you never asked for anything. You loved me without conditions. You visited me because you wanted to, not because you wanted something from me. This money is not much, but it comes with all my love. Use it to start the life you deserve, the life Clara tried to take from you. Be happy, my darling girl. That is the best revenge of all." I was crying now. Real tears, not the fake ones Clara had tried to produce earlier. The police arrived 20 minutes later. Mr. Finch had called them as soon as the video finished playing. Clara was escorted out in handcuffs. The entire office staff watched. Some of them were recording on their phones. By tomorrow, everyone in town would know what Clara had done. Her reputation was destroyed. Her freedom was in jeopardy. Her greed had cost her everything. As they led her past me, she looked at me with pure hatred. "This isn't over," she hissed, but we both knew it was. Mom had made sure of that. She had planned everything perfectly, every detail, every consequence. I walked out of the office into the bright morning sun. For the first time since Mom's death, I felt peace. Not because Clara was suffering, though I won't lie and say that didn't feel good, but because Mom had protected me one last time. She had seen Clara's true nature and had acted to stop her. The revenge wasn't mine. It was Mom's, and it was perfect. Clara had thought she was so clever. She had thought she could manipulate our dying mother. She had thought she could steal everything and leave me with nothing. Instead, she had walked into a trap that Mom had set months before. A trap made of Clara's own greed and cruelty. The family gathering where Clara had to apologize was held 2 weeks later. Our aunt hosted it at her house. Every relative within driving distance came. They all knew why they were there. Clara stood in front of everyone, her lawyer beside her. She had lost weight. Her expensive clothes were gone, replaced by a simple gray dress. She read from a prepared statement. Her voice was flat and dead. "I apologize for stealing from my mother," she said. "I apologize for trying to manipulate her into changing her will. I apologize for threatening her. I was wrong. I was greedy. I am sorry." The words meant nothing. We all knew she was only sorry she got caught, but she said them. She had to if she wanted that $25,000 to pay her lawyer. After the apology, Clara left immediately. She didn't speak to anyone. She just walked out, got in her car, and drove away. I never saw her again after that day. I heard through family gossip that she moved to another state. She got a job at a call center. She lived in a small apartment. The life she had always feared, the ordinary life she had been so desperate to escape. Meanwhile, I used Mom's gift wisely. I went back to school. I started my own business. I met someone wonderful who loved me for who I was, not what I had. I built the life Mom wanted for me. A life based on love, not greed. Based on kindness, not manipulation. Sometimes I think about Clara. I wonder if she ever understood the lesson Mom tried to teach her. That love isn't about what you can take, it's about what you give. That family isn't about inheritance, it's about connection. But I doubt Clara learned anything. People like her never do. They just blame everyone else for their problems. They never look in the mirror and see the truth. Mom knew that. That's why she didn't try to reform Clara. She just protected me from her. One last act of love from beyond the grave. The Safe Haven Animal Rescue built a new shelter with Mom's money. They named it after her. The Florence Williams Memorial Building. I visit sometimes. I watch the dogs playing in the yard that Mom's money built, the cats sleeping in the sunny windows that Mom's money installed. These animals, abandoned and hurt, now have a safe place because of Mom. It's a better legacy than Clara would have ever given her. Clara would have spent it all on herself, on clothes and cars, and trying to impress people who didn't care about her. The animals don't know who Mom was, but they benefit from her kindness every day. That would have made her happy. I keep Mom's letter in my desk. Sometimes when I miss her, I read it again. "Be happy, my darling girl. That is the best revenge of all. And I am happy. Truly happy. I have friends who love me. I have work that fulfills me. I have a life that would make Mom proud. Clara has none of those things. She has her freedom, barely. She has her $25,000, probably long gone by now. She has her anger and her bitterness and her regrets. But she doesn't have what matters. She doesn't have love. She doesn't have family. She doesn't have peace. She chose greed, and greed left her with nothing. The last time I heard about Clara was a year ago. My cousin saw her at a gas station 2 states away. She was driving an old car. She looked tired and worn down. She was alone. My cousin said Clara saw her, but pretended not to. She just got in her car and drove away. Still running, still hiding, still refusing to face what she had done. I don't hate Clara anymore. I pity her. She had everything she needed. A mother who loved her. A sister who would have been her friend if she had let me. A family that would have supported her. She threw it all away for money that was never hers. And in the end, she got exactly what she deserved. Nothing. Mom's final revenge was perfect because it wasn't just about punishment. It was about truth. She exposed Clara for what she really was. She showed everyone Clara's true nature. She let Clara destroy herself with her own greed and cruelty. And she protected me from becoming Clara's victim one more time. That video of Clara threatening our dying mother plays in my mind sometimes. The coldness in her voice, the calculation in her eyes. But then I remember the rest of the video, Mom looking at the camera, Mom speaking her truth, Mom choosing justice, and I smile. Because Mom won, love won, truth won. And Clara? Clara lost everything. Not because Mom was cruel, but because Clara was. And that's the sweetest revenge of all.